Good morning, everybody. Trying to decide how I feel about this mic height. It's a very important question. Look, I put it the title screen to make it fancy, but now I gotta find the... I feel like every time I stream I have to find the elbow position for where it will pick up the sensor bar. Got it. Sideways it is. How many hours into this are we? Let's see. 6? That seems about right. Yeah? So I'm based on that, comparing it to my old... It's too bad that doesn't have a date on it. That'd be fun to see. I played it for about 14 and a half hours, and I got 100%. I probably am not going to get 100% on this playthrough. So maybe you can knock a few hours off of that, but yeah, we'll see. I like this song a lot. When Samus arrives at the geothermal power plant, she comes face to face with her arch nemesis Ridley. Anthony, who we think is the deleter because of the number 7 on his helmet. Anthony attempts to protect the panic-stricken Samus from Ridley and falls into the depths of the lava that fuels the power plant. Samus's anger returns to her senses. She attacks Ridley with wild shots from her plasma beam, but he manages to narrowly escape. I don't know why I always think of Ridley as a female character. Alright, let's see where we head. I feel like I left off in a weird place where it wasn't totally clear where I need to go. Because I can't go straight. I can't go here. I can only go back the way I came, right? Which is odd. I think that's the last one. Oh, you know, I meant to go look up that character. When I say that character, I mean the name of the character from Monsters, Inc. who looks like that. Okay, I got all the stuff here. I don't like those guys. You know what? I think it said... I just realized that's a weird little touch you see in the... Can I point at this correctly? Watch the UI for the health. It like curves slightly, as if you're looking inside Samus's helmet. Okay. Is there a way to kind of see... Alright. Like, is there... Do I have a yellow dot anywhere saying it would be a really great idea for you to go here? Yeah, it's like the start of the game there. Jeez, I don't know where to go. I mean, I guess, just for the sake of something to do, I can go collect some stuff. This was... Where does this send me? Is this good? Oh, this is lava down here, right? Isn't it? Where the heck am I? Don't even know. Okay. Ow. Like I'm kind of just heading towards, yeah. Oh, but I can't go in here, can I? Oh, is that new? I feel like this was just, okay. I was gonna say this was just, oh, my battery's low on my controller or what? Hey Kyle, says I'm Legion. How's it going? And this is not, oh, this is where I came from, right? Okay, well I can't go that way. Japan has banned screaming on roller coasters to prevent the spread of COVID-19. That's funny, my wife was just talking about that. Yeah, I saw some news story that they were like, please stop screaming. They have said, please scream inside your heart, says Scorch. Yeah. It's so funny that my wife was just talking about that. Yeah, the common refrain I saw to that news story being shared was like, yeah, I've been screaming in my heart for all of 2020, so this shouldn't be hard. What is going on with my controller here? That's not good. Hey friends, says Adam Walker, Texas Ranger. Trying to see what that little emoji was.
Something was gnawing at me.
Okay, so this is the right way. That's good.
Communication with Adam had ceased. From the deleter's point of view, Adam would represent the largest threat. Without question, his life had to be in danger. But it was Adam Malkovich. He wouldn't go down easily. And Adam would already know about the deleter.
Being Adam Malkovich.
So there's no way he would let his guard down. If that was the case, then why couldn't I reach him?
Was it?
What did he think of the unfolding situation?
I feel like I just talked to him recently to get the super misses or whatever.
My racing thoughts started to frustrate me.
Yep. Weird sequence that's happening right now. Back to 1.
This elevator is bound for sector 1.
I mean, this is where I'm supposed to go, right? Oh no, they found out about me. Adam, go back to work. Spoilers, left. I actually crushed my foot under a lift, but I'm okay. What? What happened there? I hope you're alright. This is the only way I can go right now, right? Come on, get on the thing. My stream has been having issues. Is everyone having issues? I guess I really, yeah, see, that's the better way to do it. Don't even charge up. These can now shoot through their shields, I guess, right? Because that was the big difficulty thing previously, right? Do I walk into you? Do I jump on you? Neither. Ow. Oh, and I have the super missile now. So. gun too? Ooh. How do I get in there? Because I see, oh, what's it called? A hookah shot thing. Can I do anything with you? I hope I'm going the right way. I don't know. Is this the right way? I have no idea. Because I followed that dude to the elevator, and this is the only way to go. Man, every time I pause, it... Okay, let's see. Can I go down there? Okay. I'm definitely going the right way, so that's good. Oh, I tried to dodge that. I really did. I feel like I should be able to get a lot of the things I missed earlier. How? It says I have full battery. Huh. I don't know. Just basically when I unpause, it just like... Okay, I don't think I've been here before, or at least... not with that. Okay, that's the right way. That like the way that the grappling hook worked, I wasn't sure. Why is this game so reviled? Asks Play It Forward Gaming. It's because of just the story stuff and like the conceit of how you find new abilities and stuff like that is super lame. But like I still think it's a solid Metroid game, honestly. A solid Metroid game with an underwhelming to actively bad story.
Any objections, Adam?
Space jump. Let Samus do consecutive spin jumps. Okay. Okay. Ooh, look, that looks cool. Nice. Do I have to do anything with that? See, now we're like, I got the endless jump here. Dang, wait, why'd she get a new jump suddenly? Well, that's the thing about this game, is that like Samus has all these abilities, and she doesn't find upgrades. She just either gets permission to use them, or as you just saw, she just decides herself. It's like, well, I guess I should start using this now. And that's just like lame. Like that's not a fun way to unlock new abilities. Oh jeez, it's extreme close up there. I mean, see, that's the super missile or whatever, the super bomb. Samus is just a meathead in a suit. Adam is the mastermind. I mean, that's kind of how it feels in this game, which is why it's a problem.
I'm not a member of the Galactic Federation. I came here because I intercepted the distress call.
She's
I'm a
not
bounty
moving her mouth.
hunter.
That's weird.
And I know that something is after you. Please, you must believe me. Thank you. I'm Samus Aran. What's your name?
Oh, she is moving her mouth a little bit there. That's weird.
Madeline Bergman. Behind closed doors, the Galactic
my
Federation
gosh.
was trying to create a special
So,
forces
Commander Cool, I
unit
was just thinking, any guess
composed
on what
of
the Way Forward game
bioweapons.
reveal is going to be today? I was just
In order
thinking
to
about
make it
that.
happen, they were attempting to
I saw someone
create
guess
an organization
Castlevania.
modeled after the space
I don't think
pirates,
it's going to be that
with the Zebesians at the
big.
center.
I don't think it's going to be such a prominent
But
video game franchise.
because of a
but
certain
I'd love to be wrong. Castlevania,
presence,
Way Forward
the
Castlevania
life
sounds
forms
awesome.
became
I would really be
ferocious.
into that. But
We were
I
no
don't know.
longer able to control them. By a certain presence. She must have meant Ridley. So you sent out the distress signal, even though it endangered your life? I had to. I
Poser
felt there was
Jesus
a
says,
real
"Lol, is she
danger
reading
here,
that?
that if
Offer-
left as is, the Zebesians would continue to
Offer
evolve
ID
and
or
resurrect
something?
as real
Yeah,
space
it was
pirates.
so awkward.
If that
She
danger
just
was
forgot
real,
her name.
then the
Like she
risk
had just
of
met
withholding
Alexander Hamilton
information
at a
to
party.
protect herself was too great, clearly. And yet, wasn't she the one who set the facility's system to self-destruct? In silence, I praised her courage and sense of responsibility. At the same time, her argument had some holes. Say that the Zebesians, under Ridley's influence, became super aggressive. Would that really lead to the resurrection of the space pirates?
Wait a second.
Without a malicious force to lead them down that path, wouldn't they continue to merely follow their instincts, ultimately becoming no more than a swarm of feral creatures?
Making a lot of sense, Samus.
Regardless, it was clear that the Galactic Federation was ready to consign their enormous mistake to oblivion. And that's why they sent a deleter. And as for Madeline and others who knew the secret? But
This
wait,
just feels
there was another
convoluted to
inconsistency
me.
in her story.
This whole story.
Why go to such lengths at all? With just a small flexing of the Galactic Federation's military force, they should have been able to destroy a facility of this scope with ease.
Yeah, wait a second.
So why didn't
They need to save something. They need to take something from it.
Actually, there was an even more dangerous plan. Come with me.
Detective Samus. DS. Dual screen. Adam Walker, Texas Ranger. Has your opinion changed on this playthrough?
That's not
Hey,
possible.
thanks, Flamin' Queso, for
The
subscribing.
Metroids were terminated along with Zebes.
I will say no. I don't think
Yes.
my opinion has changed because
the
I've always
last of
been
them,
pretty positive on
the
Other
baby.
M in general.
Met its end above my head.
You're Samus
Like, I know
Aran,
people
right?
are really down on this game,
The
but
one
my
who
argument has
annihilated
always
the
been
space
that like
pirates?
it's a well-designed Metroid game,
Metroid
like good
remnants were
action,
attached to your
good
suit
map,
when you returned from Zebes.
good pace of
They were
exploration, but like
reproduced from a piece of cell
story
structure
is
salvaged by the
bad,
Federation, and they are
and then
in
the
this
way
facility.
you get new abilities really robs a lot of the fun of exploration. But it's
Keep
but
your suit of polish so
but
you
not
be at
like,
least somewhat presentable.
but still a solid game, better than people give it credit for. And I still feel similarly.
in the same way.
And actually, I think I am more positive on the
At first,
the action.
no one thought that the
Like I
creature
like
was
that
Ridley.
the action more than I remember.
They didn't think it had potential as a bioweapon at all. They raised it like a pet, calling it Little Birdie. Until one day,
Scorch is
it
getting
attacked
no
one
stream.
of
Is
the
anybody else
researchers and
getting
got
no
away.
stream? Because I don't know if there's
Ridley
anything I
had
can do on
played
my
dead
end,
and
Scorch. I'm
lured
not sure
the
what's going
scientist
on.
into his cage. What was left? It was a horrible sight.
But in order to control Metroids, you need Mother Brain's telepathy.
I'm
You
sorry,
don't.
Scorch.
You didn't recreate a Mother Brain clone, did you?
That doesn't seem
It's
truthful.
artificial intelligence. We developed an AI program that would
she looks like she
reproduce Mother
belongs in
Brain's
Silent
thought
Hill.
processes. We called it MB.
Milton Bradley?
But it was just a program. It wasn't the mother herself.
MB evolved as it
Flame
communicated
so I'm getting the
with
stream just
Metroids.
fine, or just the
It
cutscene
appears
file
as though
audio?
it
Yeah,
began
I
to
pop
become
out of here during the
self-aware,
cutscenes. I'll be
much
back
like the
when we're
original
back to
Mother Brain.
gameplay.
It's really quite remarkable.
That's when it became clear to me just why Madeline was so afraid of the space pirate's resurrection. It wasn't that her story had
God, that
holes
one
in
little
it. Through
strip
the
of hair
holes
would
were
be so annoying
glimpses of
under
the
that
danger
helmet.
that was right before her eyes. If everything she said was true, where are the Metroids and MB?
They're in an area called Sector 0.
Uh-oh.
It's a unit that doesn't appear in any of our map data.
We're gonna have to go on a zero mission, you guys.
It's a place like Turian, where we propagate and raise Metroids.
I began to see what the worst-case scenario would look like. The ultimate weapon, the Metroid,
Flaming Queso says,
would
it's
be
hard to take the
mass-produced,
phrase space
and as soon
pirate
as an AI
seriously.
that
Well,
could
the
control them
alternative
was
is
developed, a
Zabesian,
plan to
which
create
I don't know
a
if that's
special
any better.
forces unit modeled after the space pirates was replaced. But as the AI called MB spun out of control, the
AIMB.
facility became a
Lot of
place much
acronyms
like
here.
planet Zevis. If the situation were left alone, galactic society would be put in peril. Even the ringleaders of the operation wanted to avoid that, but they still wanted the Metroids. And
Scorch
that's
says,
why
okay, I think I got it working. After disconnecting and reconnecting several
they
times.
decided
Good.
to capture the Metroids contained in Sector 0 and delete the rest of the facility, including the space pirates, Ridley, and everyone who knew the secret.
Doesn't she looks like,
But
I
before
don't know,
the
something
ringleaders
about
could
her,
act,
because like Silent Hill's
Adam appeared.
character models are just
Adam
like
might have known or suspected
slightly
the truth
unsettling.
about the facility from the
I don't
beginning.
even know how to explain it.
Regardless, since the ringleaders were members of the Galactic Federation, they could no longer act
Blockbuster,
recklessly.
Blockbuster
And
late
so a
fees.
deleter
Man, I
was
figured I'd be
installed as a member
confused
of
since I'm
Adam's
just hopping
team
in
to
here.
destroy
I didn't
evidence and
expect the
plan
game to make me
subsequent
this
movement.
confused. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not paying
But
enough
having me
attention
added
here.
on as a member must have disrupted the Galactic Federation's plans. Madeline,
The
for
rendering is
telling me all
smooth,
this.
like a polished
I've
ceramic
got to
or something.
destroy the
says Poser
Metroids and
Jesus,
MB
yeah.
in Sector 0.
A lot of flashbacks. I agree,
You
Adam
have to
Walker.
remain hidden.
Too many, one might argue.
Don't worry.
God, Samus is tall.
The Galactic Federation CO who's here now will help you. You're safe.
Does that CO happen to be Commander Adam Malkovich?
She is just not good at saying names out loud, I think is what it comes down to. Pumbaa7287 says, thanks for posting the link to this, Adam. Yeah, thanks for sharing it, Adam. The word Metroids sounds
The
weird
real
to me.
leader
It sounds
of this
like a Lego
operation is
toy or
Commander
something.
Malkovich.
But I might be thinking of
I can't
Microids,
believe that
maybe?
he's here.
Oh, there's a publisher named Microids.
Stay here until I
Don't-
return.
I mean, doesn't Samus seem extraordinarily tall? Or maybe Madeline's just extraordinarily short? Or maybe Madeline's just short and Samus is tall, and it's just putting them side by side just makes it seem more extreme. Oh, is that Adam? Looks like he's wearing Crocs. Not Madeline. At least I think what I don't know what just happened. Could be from the suit, yeah. I mean the suit makes her a little bit taller, but like let's see, does it show her feet right now? She's not wearing oh, I guess she is kinda wearing heels. I mean Zero Suit Samus wears heels, right? So alright, well the deleter killed Madeline. So that was fun. Again, it's like I'm pressing buttons. Oh wait, these guys are like way stronger now, right? Oh! Nice. Save so we don't have to watch that cutscene again. Oh, a boost button? Now I'm interested. Blockbuster Lakeview says. So when you have a long enough place where you can go, like, I mean that's like classic Metroid, you know, like Samus can. Oh, I'm freezing off their wings. Oh, you know what I'm trying? Is this how's this? Ooh, yeah, that's way better. Do that. Do that. See, I'm really strong now. Like I like where I'm at. It's like I got the crazy jump. I got the super plasma gun. Like, this is the point where, like, I would feel... Like, I don't think I'm going to do it for the stream, but, like... Oh, what's that? What the heck is happening? Is there anything down here? I'm starting to worry about this controller. Okay, you like that? They say. They're like, that's not nothing. Again, both? Oh, just one. Oh, I didn't have a charger? Okay. I've never played a Metroid, so in my head they all look like original side-scroller. Yeah, I mean this one kind of, I feel like, in a complimentary way, kind of finds a middle ground between a 3D game and a 2D game. Where, like, Metroid Primes are all very, very much, you know, 2D games, no question about it. Or 3D games, excuse me. Where this one, like, feels like it kind of works, you know? Let's go around again, I wonder. There we go. Yes. Nice. I'll take it. Maybe she isn't that tall. It's a perspective thing, says Adam Walker, Texas Ranger. Kind of like in cult classic Sonic the Hedgehog 2006 when Mephiles was up on the pedestal and he looked giant compared to Shadow and Friends. Yes, we all remember that. Why isn't my controller working? Just prove you guys I'm pressing buttons. Is this the right way? No. I want to go back to the elevator, I think, right? Yeah, okay. Well, I got the thing, so, like, honestly, worth it. They put those there so you can't sprint. Because you have to be running for a certain amount of time, but once you have that there, it throws you off. Oh. Can I kill you yet? Alright, so I've frozen now. It's still taking damage. I'll roll right into the thing. God, this guy looks like a dinosaur. Oh, you know what? I probably need to hit you with a super missile like that, huh? Staying in this. There we go. Oh. Did I actually find something? What is it? Seeker missile. Oh, alright. Launches multiple missiles simultaneously. Charge up a super missile when multiple targets are locked. Fire. That's cool. Alright, can I jump up there? Can I get up there? Is there a universe where I can... Dang it. I'm not crazy, right? Like, I want to get up there. Is there even anything... Okay, I don't know. It's a big waste of time. There's nothing in there. Metroid the Other Milds. Again, controller. Just arbitrarily not working here. Very confusing. These guys are so much stronger now that I can just... Boop, 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 boop. And it kind of feels like I'm gearing up for like an ending almost, which feels early. Flaming Queso Call, you probably mentioned it somewhere, but what are your thoughts on the Disney Plus version of Hamilton? I actually talked about it, there we go, yesterday on the stream a little bit. I love it. It's great. I was a big fan of the Hamilton soundtrack, just at the height of its popularity. Like, I listened to it on Spotify a lot. And then my wife and I did get to go see it live in Minneapolis, which was great. And then I think the Disney Plus version is fantastic, and I've watched it more than once at this point. I mean, Leafeon says, yeah, he talks about it on the recent Min-Max episode too. Yes, that is true. Can confirm.
This elevator is bound for Sector 2.
Do you think Hamilton being on Disney Plus will lead to other popular Broadway shows releasing filmed versions? I saw someone who knows a lot more about Broadway than me, I don't know very much about Broadway, saying that, like, you know, there's that sort of assumption that's like, oh yeah, bring all these shows to Broadway, because they filmed them all. Like, they do film them. Like, that's like part of, I understand, like, the process of, like, releasing a successful Broadway show is at a certain point, you, like, it's like, okay, this is the night where we're going to film it, you know? But apparently, like, Hamilton has a certain amount of, what's it called, production value that is kind of unrivaled. Like, they knew that they had something special on their hands, so they really invested a lot of money in making sure it was filmed well. I mean, they have, like, close-ups and, like, alternate angles and stuff like that. But apparently most filmed shows are a lot more sterile in terms of how they're filmed. So I don't know... I don't know, like, how common that will be moving forward. I mean, I'd love to see it. I think like if a show starts gaining popularity now, there will be like they will be more careful about like, okay, we have to make sure we film this with the original cast and do this well. But I mean, they exist out there. I mean, I you know, there was like, I remember my sister watched the filmed version of Cats a lot growing up, and I remember watching the filmed version of, there's a version of Oklahoma starring Hugh Jackman that was like a filmed stage version that I remember being pretty good, and like but so it's not like this uncommon practice as far as I know, but it just Hamilton, just as it's been since its inception, has been kind of a what's the word, like a standout one that's kind of distinct. I'm fully on board Hamilton at the moment. I get why it's such a big thing, says Flaming Queso. Yeah, I mean, I remember like listening to it and kind of being like, oh yeah, this is cool. This is, and I was like, oh, this is different. I don't know if I've ever really listened to anything like this. And it was the line early on where he's like, I punched the bursar, where I was like, oh, okay, I see why this is so clever. And it just like really has I just ended up listening to it a lot at that point. I would say Lin-Manuel Miranda did not throw away his shot when it came to Hamilton. You can watch Shrek the Musical on Netflix. I started that once. Thinking like maybe my kid would like it, but we didn't make it very far. I know I say it a lot, says Blockbuster Late Fees, but I can't recommend Beetlejuice the Musical enough. Yeah, I'd like to see that. That'd be weird. The thing that as I read up on Hamilton and stuff like that now, the thing that I'm running into now is I'm like, ooh, like we have the great Disney Plus film version of the show with Jonathan Groff as the king and stuff like that. But now you read about like some of the other folks that have played the king, like Taron Killam played King George for a little while off Broadway for a bit, and I'm like, oh man, I want to see that. Like I want to see like those other actors portray him, different characters and stuff now. That sounds fantastic. Alright, I want to see. Is there a way? See, now that I feel like I have everything I need to get stuff now. I mean, let's see. I hope they do Book of Mormon. I've seen a bootleg film version, but it's not the same. Yeah, that's another, like, for example, like talking about how they filmed Hamilton because they knew that it's like, well, we got to get this on film. This thing is going to be valuable, and they were right. I don't know. Is there a good, like, high production value film version of Book of Mormon? I don't know. I mean, but yeah, they could totally release it as just like a film. I would buy it. I would watch it. That was another one my wife and I got to go see when it was in Minneapolis. Guess I'm going in. I don't like these fishes. I don't like them a bit. Why did Hamilton go on Disney Plus? Disney just paid the most for it. I don't think they've shared the details of why specifically Disney Plus, but it is something that has been going on for a while in terms of like lots of companies were making bids on it. It's funny because it's one of those things where like usually companies bid for the opportunity to make a film version of a musical. You know, like they want to buy the rights to adapt Hamilton and shoot a film. But the thing that everyone was competing for, specifically with Hamilton, was just this filmed version, and who would get to put it in theaters. And then, you know, everything happened with the pandemic, and I guess the bidding continued, but I guess at that point it was just Disney just won. And I think I mean, Miranda has a good relationship with Disney. She works with them a lot, and I think one of the big things for them, and like just when reading like little articles, it's like they had to work out the rights in terms of like making sure that everyone who was involved got a cut. You know, like all the actors were paid properly, all the, you know, as opposed to like one lump sum to the producers or something like that. Like everyone wanted to get a piece of it, and apparently, I guess Disney just had the best offer. I don't know. I don't know the details, but I think I would have preferred it just be. I would have liked to just buy, because I use like Voodoo a lot for digital films. Like I have a lot of movies in my Voodoo account. I think I would have preferred it there to just be able to buy it wholesale, you know, and just have it that way. But I mean, I'm happy it's available at all, so I'm not gonna complain. Yeah, Flaming Cases is right with Moana and Mary Poppins and stuff like that. Yep. Supposedly, he was working on Moana, like, at the height of Hamilton, just, like, insanity, and would even have to get on, like, video calls with, you know, Moana producers and stuff, like, while still in Hamilton costume and stuff like that. Oh, weird. Disney must have been so thrilled to be able to put on Moana, like, just the phrase from the writer of Hamilton. It's like right when Hamilton was hitting so big. Okay, I got this. I'm a pro. Maybe I'm not. Okay. New follower. Thank you, new follower. Huh. I don't like the gravity here. It's confusing me in a big way. Alright, there we go. Progress. Oh, weird. Can I jump on again? No. Got it. Alright. Disney Plus is a good place for musicals in general. Yeah, I mean, don't they have a show with... Oh, weird. The gravity's, like, stronger here. Don't they have a show about Broadway musicals with, the woman from Good Place whose name I can't remember for some reason? But yeah, I mean, all those Disney Channel movies are musicals. Descendants and Zombies and stuff like that. Yeah, Encore. Oh, yeah. God, I like the stopping. I mean, I don't like it. It's not fun in terms of gameplay, but it really is, like, gives a sense that everything is heavier here. Feel like I'm underwater. Did I get you? Kristen Bell. There we go, yeah. Anna herself. Seems like just the individual hits are like the best way to go. Am I gonna be able to get that? Or I gotta wait. It's way too like. Yeah, I'll come back for you. Do my boosters not work here with the ultra gravity? Another new follower. Thanks for following. Follower? I never see the names. I mean, Leafeon says Veronica Mars, Anna from Frozen, my wife. Oh, welcome to the show, Dax Shepard. What if this was Dax Shepard? He was. I learned he's just really into video games. Even though I listen to his podcast, I don't know that he's ever mentioned a video game in the whole duration of that show. Okay. See, this is kind of awkward because it's like you grab onto it and then you got to press A to jump and then you. Oh, I guess. Oh, it's not that. Okay, you can just press T. Okay, never mind. I was making it hard for myself. I need to. Okay, let's see. I mean, I guess you can do it. It's just like, oh. I'm guessing I have to. Oh, okay. I thought I was gonna have to like. Yep, that's me, says I mean Leafeon. Well, hey, I'm a fan of your podcast and your work in Idiocracy. Oh, I'm out of the no more gravity. All right, we're getting there. I left behind some upgrades, but that's okay. All right. This feels like a. No, I guess not. I was gonna say this feels like a room for a boss fight. It's like, actually, I'm taking that back. What is that thing? Nothing. All right. Why are you there? Hook shot thing. Grapple beam. Is the gravity gonna turn on and make this all complicated? I was gonna try to just jump up here. Alright, well, I'm shooting you at some point. Uh-oh. So you're the gravity robot monster? What are you? You look like a, you look like a near automata enemy or something. Alright, you are taking damage. That's good to know. Okay. We're doing stuff. We're making it happen. That was good, right? We like that, right? Is that a hit? I don't know if I got out of the way. So now I got gravity again. Oh, that's creepy. He's down to like half health. Like I'm doing some good damage here. Like I feel like I'm supposed to be like using those grapple beams or something. Oh, you're doing it a bunch now. Okay, so it does it like twice now. Good. Oh boy. Well, now I can't. Alright, there we go. Is that? Okay. I'm kind of confused about, like, I feel like I'm missing some, like I'm successful, right? Like I'm. Is that maybe if I need to like drop down a level when he? That worked, right? Like that was a fine way to do it. Gravity's getting worse. Okay. There we go. Is that it? Ew. That's weird. Isn't that thing in Super Metroid? Definitely a boss from Kingdom Hearts. Or is this from Fusion, isn't it? Wait, well, I don't know what a horrible creature from Metroid Fusion was. Another nightmare? I don't remember this in any other game. That thing's horrifying. Do you have anything for me? Horrifying creature? Maybe some kind of upgrade? Can I go in your guts? I think we're good on gravity though, right? We're back to normal now, permanently? Yep, this is Nightmare. So wait, this character was a enemy in Fusion? I do not remember that at all. I don't remember Fusion very well. I only played it the one time. You don't remember this thing's face melting in Fusion? No, I gotta go look that up. It's called Nightmare? I mean, it's a good name. Metroid does love to repeat bosses. I mean, I fought Ridley, you know? Oh, took away control. It's happening. I remember liking Fusion a lot. I only played it the once, like I said. Oh yeah, 5 minutes to the treehouse stream. Yeah, I'm very curious to see what's coming from WayForward. I'm less interested in the Paper Mario stuff. Um, I don't really need a deep dive on Paper Mario. It's coming out next week. But I'm really curious to see what WayForward is announcing. A lot of people were like, it's funny they had to shut down. They basically had to be like, oh, by the way, it's third party. Just a heads up. Stop guessing Wario and Metroid. But Wario did feel like a good guess, just because it feels like it fits kind of in WayForward's wheelhouse. Zelda 2 remake from WayForward would be lovely, White Mex 88, but they have specifically said it's not, whatever it is, it's not a first-party game. It's not a Nintendo property. Believe. They just lie to us. Where am I? Oh yeah, I guess I'm in the 0 zone. Gosh, I wonder if I should just stop here so that I'm not overlapping with the Nintendo stream at all. Are we just like walking into a very long cutscene? Is that what happened? I mean, Leafeon says Castlevania. Like that, I like that idea. And it like the dots connect, and I would love to play a Castlevania game from WayForward, but I just don't think it's gonna be like that notable a property. But at the same time, Nintendo did tweet about it. Like, they did say, like, hey, we got a big game coming from WayForward. Like, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe Contra, which is like, do I care about Contra? Uh-oh.
A baby.
A baby. Is this a memory? What is this? Sorry, Metroid. This is the leader. I have a memory of playing with the Zero suit. Am I crazy? Is that a thing? We're friends. There's fragments in the air again. Those shoes are so goofy. They just look like Crocs to me. I don't know why. Oh boy, we started something here, didn't we? We're overlapping with the Nintendo stream.
Samus, can you hear my voice?
Can you see my Crocs?
I read you loud and clear, Adam.
You know what lies up ahead. The Metroids and the artificial intelligence that controls them. The fruit of the Galactic Federation's twisted project.
The fruit.
Yes.
Must be waiting for me, says Pumbaa.
So why did you shoot me?
7287 regarding the Nintendo stream, which
You
apparently
can't
has not
destroy
started
these
yet,
Metroids.
despite it being 12.
What?
What?
Do you mean?
Excuse me.
Sector Zero Metroids most likely can't be frozen.
What are you talking about?
There's a strong likelihood that the Metroid's mortal weakness, the vulnerability to cold, has been overcome through genetic manipulation. And if that's true, there's no way you can destroy them.
Uh-oh.
But that baby earlier.
Simunk
The infant
1176
Metroid.
says this looks really good. What is this
You
on?
were
It looks
able to
remastered.
freeze
So I'm
it.
playing the
True.
Wii disc
My guess
on
is
a
that it was
Wii U.
because it was still in a larval
Backwards
stage.
compatible on a Wii U.
But who can say?
White Mex 80X says
One
they
thing's for
specifically said
certain.
screw Kyle. It was really weird
They're definitely
when
propagating
Nintendo stream
Metroids.
started.
Developing
I'm tempted
bioweapons
to
with an
just
obvious
shut,
and fatal flaw
shut it all down, man.
would be suicide. It's hard to
we can
imagine the
watch this
military
thing.
mass-producing defective weapons. Then again, none of this makes sense. Metroids are lethal.
Yeah, wait a
Their
second.
extinction was a wise decision.
Excuse me. I'm gonna pull up
Now,
the stream
since
on
no
my
one has
end.
the technology to defeat them, they cannot be allowed to exist.
Just see what's happening. Looks like
Hang on.
Mario and
Adam.
Luigi are hanging out.
First, I need to know why you're credited as the creator of the Metroid Military Program Report.
I received the request to write the report from Galactic Federation headquarters. In that report, I outlined the potential dangers of such a program and explained categorically why it shouldn't be attempted.
He tried to shut it down.
HQ listened, but a small group within the Federation co-opted my report for its own purposes.
Those buttheads. Doesn't this feel like this feels like end game?
Samus, you'll be fully recovered soon. I have several missions for you. This facility appears to be on an intercept course with Galactic Federation HQ. If what Madeline Bergman said is correct, there's a distinct possibility that this is the start of an attack by MB against the Federation. One way or another, some sort of attack is clearly imminent.
That's how they get you.
You have to find a way to divert the ship off its intercept course. I've located a survivor in room MW, toward the rear of the Bioweapon Research Center. Whoever it is will be a key witness. Secure the survivor's safety, and defeat Ridley. He's as much of a threat as the Metroids.
All right.
And one last word of warning. Madeline Bergman is no ally.
Isn't she dead?
Hold on, Adam. What are you planning to do with the Metroids here in Sector Zero?
Leave it to me. I'll deal with this place.
You have a plan for dealing with Metroids that can't be frozen?
Sector Zero has a self-destruct protocol. If the sector receives a significant amount of damage, the unit is programmed to detach and self-destruct. A powerful explosion will eliminate the Metroids and MB without leaving a trace.
Don't you dare, Adam. Let me go in. I'm the only one who has a shot against the Metroids. We have to take the chance. Please, Adam. You have to trust me. You have to trust me. Just give me a chance.
Come on, Adam.
Samus, I wish I could battle Ridley, but I can't. Unlike you, I'm no galactic savior. I'm merely human. But I can save you. You should be completely healed soon. There isn't much time.
It's a weird thing.
Both
Like,
need to
ah,
get
you should
started
be
on our
back to
missions.
100% here soon.
I'm sorry for getting a little rough with you. Good luck, Samus.
understand what she's so upset about here. I don't know. Maybe I'm, like I said, maybe I'm just not paying enough attention. But
Please wait!
well, the introduction is just them bragging on Kyle playing on their own. Moxie, well, my daughter is pretending to be Mr. Kyle right now. I am fast.
Objections. Right,
I
lady.
don't know why she thinks you're super fast. I don't know. Slug Murph's Felt BP says Orange Bubbly. Yeah, that's me. Wow, this story moment is playing at the wrong time. Giving that thumbs up. No, thumbs down. That's a gift right there. Clank, clank. And I knew I was just walking into, like, was this been a 7-minute cutscene at this point? Now I should have just saved. Oh, weird musical cue. Okay.
Adam vanished. My best friend.
Best
The
friend.
person who understood me best.
Okay.
The closest thing to a father I had.
I haven't missed much on the stream. Yeah, I pulled it up.
Thoughts
Looks like
swirled
they're
through my
playing a
head.
bunch of.
I couldn't come to grips with
Paper
what
Mario,
had happened.
right? I mean, that's kind of what I expected. It was
Such a
just like,
cruel way to say
just kind of like
goodbye.
showing how the game works and stuff like that.
I was the only one who witnessed Adam's last moment. And though it shook me, I was calmer than I usually am. I think Adam granted me that Eye of the Storm clarity, his final gift to me. There was no time for me to grieve his death, but there was time for me to say,
Oh boy, I
Adam,
didn't even catch that he was
thank
dying.
you.
He just
leave the rest to me.
just basically sacrificed himself. I didn't understand that that's what was happening. Oh boy. This feels like endgame stuff, right? Screw you guys. I don't like Super right. If there wasn't any collectibles in there. Oh boy. Come on. Get the sprint. What the heck was I doing wrong? Oh, is this the chase scene? Oh. Gravity. Okay. Negates effects of liquid. That would have been great to use just a few minutes ago. It's even worth, like, I guess this is kind of cool though. Like, Metroid's kind of, you always gotta have chase sequences, and this is like a pretty cool take on that of just like the ship falling apart behind you as you run. Like, that's fun. Yep. So am I just gonna, I was about to say, am I just gonna glow purple for the rest of this game now? Alright, there we go. Let's save. Let's go check out that Nintendo stream. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll be back on Monday. I'm like, I think I'm close to the end of this game, unless I just like just don't remember properly. I don't know, but yeah, Nintendo stream that stuff right now. Go check that out. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.